This is the second part of Kaizen. Waste, the so-called Muda in Japanese word. So it is all about waste, types of waste, sources of waste. My name is Taganya Muda, Senior Kaizen Consultant. The objectives are cost minimization, the 3 M's, Muda Murimura, that means the 3 categories of operation, and the 7 types of Muda, that means the 7 types of wastes, and part 2 is how to identify Muda and how to eliminate Muda. This is divided into 2 parts. The video is 1 and 2. So let us start part 1. The objective is to describe waste and its concepts, recognize waste, identify and eliminate the 7 wastes, and describe and ready to practical approach to conduct model Kaizen activities. This is the beginning of Kaizen, the so-called Muda or waste in Amharic ብክነት. So when you look at this image, what did come to your mind? Here, this is image of dollars. The dollar as a soft, it is in the restrooms, that means for a toilet purpose. So waste it like this, using a very important, precious thing for nothing. So it is very important to bear in mind. It is like this. Waste is like this. The critical difficult of our life. So we should have to eliminate waste from our life, waste from our organization, waste from our enterprises, shops, and eliminate wastes from big projects, also from a country level. Minimize and eliminate wastage. That is eliminate Muda, the so-called in Japanese words. When you look at this image also, it is a symbolic image to show you what wastage looks like. It says it doesn't matter how many resources you have, if you don't know how to use them, it will never be enough, because this is a symbolic image. An individual wants to see his vision through a wall, stretching through a wall, but there are ladders that are symbolized as resources, but he used these resources, the ladder, too many, but it is not enough because the way he used is not appropriate. That's why Kaizen is one of the main parts of Kaizen is eliminating wastage, waste-free work from processes. So any country can be symbolized in this image. So the country wants to see its development, as nation's development, is prosperity, is productivity, but unless it uses its resources accordingly, wisely, it is not capable to see its vision, unable to achieve its goal. So countries should implement Kaizen, especially Africa should implement Kaizen to eliminate these wastes, many resource wastes. So this is a very important, memorable image that shows us waste is like this. So don't burn your opportunities for a current temporary problem. So it is support for that image. For temporary problem, we waste many resources, but that resource will make us for a lifelong sustainable development. It will bring us. So don't burn we should have not to burn our opportunities for a temporary life at a country level, at a individual, at a personal life, at organizational level, institutional level. So let us start it. The main elements of Kaizen management, as we told before, from Kaizen overview, there are quality, cost, delivery, safety, and morale, we have said, and productivity, we have said also. So here divided into two, the 7 DNA of Kaizen. These 5 are customer oriented, and there are also the quality, cost, and delivery time is the source of productivity improvement. These are the 3 very important part of an organization. Quality is for the customer, cost is for the company, profitability is for the company, and delivery time is for the customer. So when the customer satisfies, you will bring out higher profits, and also more demands, also more customers you will have. So the customer needs only the quality products. Whatsoever you did, whatsoever the process it is, the customer is better quality, it needs on-time delivery and a reasonable price. The nature of the population, the nature of the customers are this. They need these 3: a reasonable price, on-time delivery, and better quality. So the company should keep these 3 customer requirements to get higher profit. So how? By minimizing cost. In Kaizen principle, minimizing cost is a very important tool for profitability. So the concept of cost is determination of the sales price of the product. Sales price is equal to manufacturing cost plus profit. Manufacturing cost is equal to material, labor plus facility, utility, and other costs. Costs can be any costs. So price is cost plus profit. This is the old thinking, the old attitude by companies created. Whatever the cost they expend, but they do it and get profit. They do not lose their profit. They want profit, but they cost much more. Whether it is wastage or not, they cost. So this is the old traditional view of point. But Kaizen point is profit is equals to price minus cost. So Kaizen oriented work is cost minimization, uses cost minimization but quality increment at the same time, increasing quality but minimizing cost because of using continuous improvement plan to check out, as well as also participatory approach, whatsoever we said in the Kaizen overview. So market sets price. In universal world market, there is also demand and supply relationship. So company sets price, demand is greater than supply. When demand is greater than supply, demand is less than or equal to supply, market price is set. So traditional thinking should be avoided. Kaizen thinking should be implemented for any company, for any country, to make it higher profitable, so as to make its workers also higher wage payables. So traditionally profit is equal to price. Traditionally cost plus profit is like this, as you see from the graph. And the Kaizen thinking is profit is equal to price minus cost, as I told you before. So how to calculate, how to earn more profit is like this. For example, 3 companies are listed here as an example. The first company A, company B, and company C, we call it those. The pink color is the profits they want to gain, and they are gaining. So company A, the red line is market price. So company A used that as whatsoever the cost it costs, it expends, and then it sells by the market price. And the second company tries to get much more profit, so that it is going out from the red line, that means from market price, higher price so that the customer will not need this product because it is beyond the market price, so it loses its customers. Also it is using wasteful practice, so if no markets it will not be competitive. So the best one, what Kaizen thinks over it is the C company C, as you looking at, by reducing its costs, by reducing its wasteful practices, it gets us higher profit by selling by market price. The market price is kept, but the profit is higher than profit of A. So that this is the principle of Kaizen to maximize profit. Most of the time, cost price will be calculated into principles, methods of costing is cost-oriented pricing and market-oriented pricing. Market-oriented pricing is very good because cost-oriented is cost plus pricing, because traditionally it is markup pricing, target return pricing. So company will make a price, but market-oriented is market have set the price of any product or service. So received value pricing, going rate pricing, and so on are the principles used by market-oriented pricing. Therefore, since today's economy is market-based, we should not focus on minimizing our cost to get higher profit. Do we have any choice? No, we do not have choice. Minimizing cost is the choice to be competitive at market. Widespread misconceptions and ways of marketing making a profit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. It is studied by Impact Consulting Company. Most of some trials coming now are these 6 types of misconceptions and wrongdoing of market. One is by mixing a foreign object even in edible oil and edible foods, so that it will hurt the health of humans also. This is a very difficult and very bad practice. The second one is by making out competitors unfairly and conspiring against market from the market. By making out from the market the competitors unfairly. The third one is by creating and using temporary problems and creating shortage narratives. They will create a shortage narrative, and also they will create shortages and high demand, creating high demand so that they will be able to get higher profits. This is a wrong way of profit gaining. And the fourth one is creating artificial deficiencies and artificial demand, illegally working by working with brokers. They have brokers and they will create illegal demand, artificial demand as well as illegal deficiency by collecting items from the market to warehouses, so that they keep it all together, and they have the power to get to make price whatsoever the price they make. So the fifth one is using increased price on location, good building by bringing on the products on good building without adding value. They bring it, they buy it from the market and they use it higher class level buildings. So the sixth and the last one is cheating on kilograms, especially on fruits. In Addis Ababa, most places you can observe that when they say sell fruits, they say market price will be very low. They make it very low, and when the customer sees that the price is low, so they cheat on kilograms. This is a bad habit emerging now. We should have to combat these types of market, and we have to be market competitive through cost reduction, not in such a way. So keep it. The 3 M's. The three M's are the Japanese words for wastage. The three main sources of wastage are this definition. We will see the definitions. They have Muda, Muri, and Mura. That's the Japanese words. And as you are looking here on the image, Mura is unevenness, and Muri is overburden, and Muda is wastage. Muda is the wastage itself, free wastage. The Mura is unevenness, the Muri is overburden. These are the three main causes of any wastes through process, through in organizations, in waste, also in life. So the three avoid these types of work too much imbalance. That means Mura, excessive, Muri, wasteful works. Productivity improvement does not mean hard work. It is intelligent work, creative work, daily improvement. So in definition, Muda, production factors that increase cost, in other words, all unnecessary things. It will use your resources, energy, finance, whatsoever the costs. It may be machine also, but it does not add any value for the production. That is the so-called Muda or wastage. Muri is mental and physical overburden on operators, and overburden on production machineries. It may be on human beings, workers, but also it can be on machinery. So the three M's should be eliminated. Then we will see what they bring on the process. So overburden should be eliminated, and Muri is continuing Muri, we should not force hard work on employees in the same of productivity improvements, working densities, value-added work over actual work. That's the calculation. So Muri, to imagine that what Muri looks like this is a symbolic image. Muri is like this, making overburden on machines, on human beings, on anything, on work. So the third one is Mura. This is variation in work distribution, production capacity of machinery, and material specifications. So this is all about variations of work. It may be on machines or it may be on workers. So this is the Mura part. So when we divide works into machines and into human workers, so here are an example: 3 apples, 6 bananas, and 1 pineapple. If we have this, how we can divide? Think over it for a minute. Pausing the video. So I will continue. Make juice by blend all the fruits together and divide to 4% by glass, like a water. But many people may answer dividing into quarters the apples and the bananas 1.5 and the pineapple into 4, and so on and so on. But the answer is because we should have to think much more on how to make it perfectly equal, to eliminate work variation. So here are also other examples: work Muri, Mura, and Muda. That means overburden, unevenness, and wastage will be created here in such a way. So relationship between the three M's. Usually Muda creates Muri, that means, which in turn leads to a generation of Muda. Overburden will create variation in work, that means the variation in work will create a wasteful practices. So they are intergenerated each other. So therefore Muda creates Muri that undercuts previous efforts to eliminate Muda. Eliminating Muda is fundamental to the complete elimination of Muri and Muda. So Muda is a working variation is not good. It should be eliminated because it will bring the rest too. So another example of Muda, Muri and Muda, that means overburden, unevenness and waste together. Here are an example. Choose from the three examples how best to move 600 kilogram load with a forklift having a capacity of 200 kilogram. That means the choices are G, 6 trips at 1 kilogram, 2 trips at 6 trips at 1000 kilogram, 2 trips at 2000 kilogram plus 2 trips at 1000 kilogram, or the choice I is 2 trips at 3000 kilogram. Which one you choose? Which one is best? You may say one of the three. You may bring another answer. The best answer is there is another answer, choice, new choice. So these all are Muda, Muri and Muda. The first one is, that means unevenness. The second one is unbalancement, Muri, that means, and the third one is overburden, Muri, that means Muri. So these are all Muda, Muri and Muda, the three choices. So the best example is taking it with 3 trips. 2000 kilogram with 3 trips is the best answer. It is out of the alternatives. So the 3 categories of operation: net operation, value adding operation, non-value adding operation, and Muda. Why we think about this is how to eliminate Muda is what is the work process to eliminate what is wasteful is identifying the non-wasteful practices. So work is divided into 3 in the process. Net operation is the value adding, non-value adding operations but supportive inevitable operations, but the third one is Muda. So we need only the net operation and also non-value adding but supporting activity. We should to identify these 3.